सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ओम शांति शांति शांति। ओम नमो ब्रह्मादिभ्यो ब्रह्म विद्या संप्रदाय कर्तृभ्यो वंश ऋषिभ्यो महद्भ्यो नमो गुरुभ्यः। ओम निधये सर्वविद्यानां भिषजे भवरोगिणां गुरवे सर्वलोकानां दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ओम सदाशिवसमारम्भां व्यासशङ्करमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। ओम शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। ओम श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानामालयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादशङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्। ओम भवता जनता सुविता भविता निजबोधविचारणचारुमते कलयेश्वर जीव विवेकमिदं भवशङ्करदेशिकमे शरणम्। ओम परब्रह्मणे नमः। श्रुतिमात्रे नमः। समस्त ब्रह्म विद्या आचार्येभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो नमः। श्री वेदव्यास वैशंपायन याज्ञवल्क्य आद्य शंकरादि गुरुभ्यो नमः। अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः। समस्त गुरूणां देवतानां श्रुतिमातु परब्रह्मणः कृपयानुग्रहेण उपनिषदुक्त ब्रह्मात्मैक्य बोधस्य अस्मिन् क्षणे एव अनुभव सिद्ध्यर्थं सनातन धर्मस्य वैदिक संस्कृतेः पुनरुत्थान जागरण विश्वव्याप्त्यर्थं विश्वशान्ति एकता प्राप्त्यर्थं समस्त सनातन धर्म स्थापकानां विघ्नशत्रु निर्मूलना द्वारा शक्ति साधना संपदा प्राप्ति द्वारा दिग्विजय प्राप्त्यर्थं श्री विष्णु सूक्तस्य पारायणं श्री तैत्तिरीय उपनिषदः आद्य शंकर भाष्य समेत अध्ययनं वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे। आदौ पारायणं। फ्रेंड्स, लेट अस चैंट श्री विष्णु सूक्तम्। ओम विष्णोर्नुकं वीर्याणि प्रवोचं यः पार्थिवानि विममेरजागं सियो अस्कभायदुत्तरगं सदस्तं विचक्रमाणस्त्रेधोरुगायो विष्णोरराटमसि विष्णो पृष्ठमसि विष्णो स्नप्त्रेस्तो विष्णो स्यूरसि विष्णोर्ध्रुवमसि वैष्णवमसि विष्णवे त्वा तदस्य प्रियमभिपातो अस्यां नरो यत्र देवयवो मदन्ते उरुक्रमस्य सहि बन्धुरित्था विष्णोः पदे परमे मध्व उत्सः प्रतद्विष्णुस्तवते वीर्याय मृगो न भीमः कुचरो गिरिष्ठाः यस्योरुषु त्रिषु विक्रमणेषु अधिक्षियन्ति भुवनानि विश्वा परो मात्रया तनुवावृधान न ते महित्वमन्वश्नुवन्ते उभे ते विद्मरजसे पृथिव्या विष्णो देवत्वं परमस्य वित्से विचक्रमे पृथिवीमेष एतां क्षेत्राय विष्णुर्मनुषे दशस्यन्न ध्रुवासो अस्य कीरयोजनासः ऊरुक्षितिगं सुजनिमाचकार त्रिर्देव पृथिवीमेष एतां विचक्रमे शतर्च सम्महित्वा प्रविष्णुरस्तु तव सस्तवीयान् पेशगह्यस्य स्तविरस्य नाम अथो देवा अवन्तु नो यतो विष्णुर्विचक्रमे पृथिव्याः सप्तधामभिः इदं विष्णुर्विचक्रमे त्रेधा निदधे पदं समूढमस्य पागं सुरे त्रीणि पदा विचक्रमे विष्णुर्गोपादाभ्यः ततो धर्माणि धारयन् विष्णोः कर्माणि पश्यत यतो व्रतानि पस्पशे इन्द्रस्य युज्यः सखा तद्विष्णोः परमं पदगं सदा पश्यन्ति सूरयः दिवीव चक्षुराततं तद्विप्रासो विपन्यवो जागृवागं सस्समिन्धते विष्णोर्यत् परमं पदं पर्याप्त्या अनन्तरायाय सर्वस्तोमोतिरात्र उत्तममहर्भवति सर्वस्याप्त्यै सर्वस्य जित्यै सर्वमेव तेनाप्नोति सर्वं जयति ओम शांति 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 ओम अथ श्री कृष्ण यजुर्वेदांतर्गत तैत्तिरीयोपनिषद ओम यस्मात् जातं जगत् सर्वं यस्मिन्नेव प्रलीयते येनेदं धार्यते चैव तस्मै ज्ञानात्मने नमः यैरिमे गुरुभिः पूर्वं पदवाक्यप्रमाणतः व्याख्याताः सर्ववेदान्ताः तान् नित्यं प्रणतोऽस्म्यहं तैत्तिरीयकसारस्य मयाचार्यप्रसादतः विस्पष्टार्थरचीनां हि व्याख्येयं सम्प्रणीयते ओम अथ शांति मंत्रः ओम शन्नो मित्रः संवरुणः शन्नो भवत्वर्यमा शन्न इंद्रो बृहस्पतिः शन्नो विष्णुरुक्रमः नमो ब्रह्मणे नमस्ते वायो त्वमेव प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्मासि त्वामेव प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्मावादिशं ऋतमवादिशं सत्यमवादिशं तन्मामावेद तद्वक्तारमावेद आवेन्माम् आवेद्वक्तारम् ओम शांति 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 ओम अथ द्वितीया ब्रह्मानंदवल्ली शांति मंत्रः ओम सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः ओम शांति 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 ओम अथ प्रथमोऽनुवाकः ओम ब्रह्मविदा आप्नोति परं तदेशाभ्युक्ता सत्यं ज्ञानमनन्तं ब्रह्म यो वेद निहितं गुहायां परमे व्योमन् सोऽश्नुते सर्वान् कामान् सः ब्रह्मणा विपश्चिते ते तस्माद्वा एतस्मादात्मन आकाश सम्भूतः आकाशाद्वायुः वायोरग्निः अग्नेरावः अद्भ्यः पृथिवी पृथिव्या ओषधयः ओषधीभ्योऽन्नम् अन्नात् पुरुषः स वा एष पुरुषोऽन्नरसमयः तस्येदमेव शिरः अयं दक्षिणपक्षः अयमुत्तरपक्षः अयमात्मा इदं पुच्छं प्रतिष्ठा तदप्येष श्लोको भवति ओम शांति शांति शांतिः saluting in the heart Parabrahma Tattva Shruti Mata. Also, all the Brahma Vidya Acharyas, Rishis, Munis, and Gurus. Salute Bhagavan Vedavyasa, Vaishampayana, Yagnivalkya, and our Bhashyakara, Shri Adi Shankara Bhagavan. Let us salute to all Guru Gotra Parampara to which we belong, and also to our own Guru. This Brahma Vidya, when we have to gain, we have to have a specified Antakarana, which is achieved through the Viveka Vairagya Shamadama Adi Sadhana Chatushtaya Sampada. The state of mind should be such a pure, calm, quiet, crystal clear that everything seen also clearly understood, every spoken is clearly understood. In that understanding, what exactly is the meaning of those sentences, and through that, what is indicated, what is shown, and what is shown as anatma, what is said as anatma, everything should be very crystally seen by us. That type of antakarana we have to prepare. After that only, that which is not the self we can reject, and that which is the self we can avoid in that. That specific status of antakarana in the yoga bhasha is called as samprajnata samadhi. Means the is in such a samasthiti achieved through variety of yoga sadhanas that there is samyak prajna is there. Means everything which is being known is being awared in one go so clearly. After that only the known is understood, then there is a knower of this known is accepted, because the known cannot be without the knower. Then that knower is to be accepted as the Atma Vastu. And to establish in that the knower, all the known is dropped. That is called as asamprajnata yoga, which is equivalent to the Swarupa Avasthanam in Yoga Shastra. Here also the Vedantic truths, so beautiful, so wonderful. If they have to be recognized by us, with this type of intellect which is so lazy, lethargic, dull-witted, filled with continuous Rajaguna Lakshanas, easily it is not comprehensible. Same way the Bhakti sadhana, same way the other sadhanas of Karma Yoga Adi, even doing our dharma in the world, even enjoying the karma phala, all of that can be enjoyed only when the antakarana is brought into that absolute sattva guna. That is why the abhyasa, sthitau yatna abhyasa, चित्तस्य आवृत्तिकस्य प्रशान्तवाहिता स्थितिः तत्र स्थितौ यत्नः अभ्यासः. How clearly we are studying that text, this text, and all in coordination of all of them. We are trying to gain for us what for we are coming to classes, what we are studying. Are we understanding what is studied? Are we learning from that? Then comes the implementation, then comes the result called as through Atma Brahma Anubhava, the moksha. So, and even the theoretical knowledge also is not clear. If the antakarana is not made fit that way, then how can the sadhana be done? How can the siddhi can be achieved by us? So knowing this fully well, somehow through prayers, through upasanas, through our own prayatnam, we have to always try to bring and maintain, create and maintain that sort of antakarana. And in that antakarana again, nitya nirantara, even in our all vyavahara kala, a continuous string should go on, which is contemplating on what is true, what is untrue, what is real, what is unreal, what is said in the Shastra about the reality. This type of thing is called as samadhanam in Vedantic sadhana chatushte sampada. Sarvada sthapanam buddhehe shuddhe brahmani sarvatha tat samadhanam iti uktam natu chittasya lalanam. In that type of chitta when we create, which is aware, which is contemplative, which is so discriminative between the Atma, Anatma, Jada, Chetana, Adhyaropa, Adhisthana, that type of chitta, if it comes, then the picture is so clear. This is the self, this is superimposed. So, what we are generally doing, first of all, Atma Tattva Mahima we don't know. Therefore, the Shubhecha to obtain the Atma Tattva is so requiredly strong. Then the avahana and the sadhana and siddhi of the Atma Tattva is not just possible with the same type of personality, that also you have to accept. Then what is required is totally reorientation, changing. And what is one change? Only one word we talk, not two. But that one sentence or word is from the Bahir Mukhata, you have to become Antarmukha. That's all. In that everything is included. The moment you become Antarmukha at the cost of all the Bahya, we have started traveling spiritually. Conversely, how much our Shastra Adhyana we are doing, if our attention, if you are seeking, if our involvement is only in the Bahya Jagat of Panchabhautika Rupa Namadi, that means we have not understood spirituality at all. Not convinced about spirituality. They were not fully interested in spirituality. So this is how the Guru Krupa, Ishvara Krupa makes us aware of these sublime things. And when these understandings we use and bring the required changes in us, then in our we can see the maturity in our Adhyatmic sadhana. So may by the grace of God, our effort also, these three things: introvertedness, then preparing of the antakarana in such a manner. Third one, with that antakarana, all the time we are in the chintana of the Paramatma. खोज कहते हैं उसको, seeking. Seek the Lord only in and through everywhere. How he is hidden. What is that hiding him at this moment? In this vyavahara, in this thing. In this way, when we go on searching, like yesterday, day before, we saw in Bhagavatam, in Gopika Geetam Rasa Panchadhyayi, how those Gopikas were searching for Krishna in all the trees, in all the plants, in all the shrubs, in all the rivers, in all the mountains. They were inquiring every living being there, whether it is birds, whether it is animals, whether it is anything. सबसे पूछते जा रहे हैं वो लोग. Where is Krishna? Where is Krishna? Show us, show us. Then there that intense longing forced Lord Krishna to appear. In the same way, seeking self is on the meditation seat. It is only in the beginning. Later on, throughout the day, our attention awareness should be to see for that same Paramatma everywhere in the Vyavahara Kala also. At that time, whether closed eye or open eye, both times we are in sadhana. That is a complete sadhaka, it is called. Only on the seat of meditation in the class is a conditional sadhaka. And a complete sadhaka only does sadhana completely to reach the truth undoubtedly. The non-complete sadhaka goes on neutralizing his sadhana by again being extroverted, by again being interested in the worldly things. To study Vedanta, discover the truth as reality, everything else is unreal. Again, go to Vyavahara and give value of reality to it, involve in that, create samskaras. At that time, even forget the cell phone. So this mistake also we have to recognize, and then we have to come to understanding that all the time this Brahma Chintana should be done by that Chitta which is fully equipped with the Jnanam, which is fully made with that Sampragnata Yoga Sthiti, where it is fully aware. And how it is achieved through Abhyasa only, the Abhyasa of Yamaniyamadi or Shamadamadi. Without Yamaniyama or Shamadama, that type of Chitta, which is very sharp, very subtle, aware of everything, and also has remembrance of the spiritual knowledge of the self, and therefore able to reject the not self, identify the self. That Chitta can do only when it is prepared, all these things. So, we should question once in a while, is that study of Brahma Vidya becoming effective in us? Is it transforming our life from being worldly to being spiritual? Are we truly understanding deeply what's the meaning of spiritual sadhana? Even the thing is understood, still are we mature to take up that only as goal, or still we have longing somewhere else? All these inquiries slowly pull us out of our mundane worldliness and take us into sadhana. At that time only there is a gambhirata in the sadhana. In that gambhira sadhana only the antarmukhata is tried and antarmukhata is achieved. In that achievement only, slowly we traverse deeper, deeper, deeper beyond one by one layer, which we are studying now in Taittiriya, to reach to the ultimate or the final. So may we all that way, to the exclusion of every other involvement, involve only in our Shravanam, Swadhyayam, Mananam, Chintanam and Dhyanam of Paramatma. For that required equipment also we have to create for ourselves. So having said so, now we are into this conclusion of the Prathama Anuvaka of this Titiya Brahmananda Valli. In that, what was mainly discussed was the Brahma Prapti Labha. Brahma Prapti Prayojanam is Brahmavid Apnoti Param. Then that Brahman whose Prapti gives Param, what is his Swarupa? Satyam, Jnanam, Anant. Satyam is pure, unmodifiable, all the time same remaining existence. Jnanam Jnapti means the pure consciousness which has not become the knower known knowledge, Triputi. Ananta means that which is not conditioned by Desha, Kala, Vastu, Karyakarana Veda. That Brahman. Second we spoke. Then that Brahman, though everywhere available, should be found only in the Guhayam Nihitam. Yo Veda Nihitam Guhayam. Parame Vyoman. In that infinite space of Antakarana Guha, he is to be found. This is the most important aspect of the sadhana to discover the self and get liberated. What is the meaning of Guhayam Parame Vyoman? So we tried our best to explain that in the form of Tribhuti, Paramatma is taken as. When the Tribhuti is dropped, then Paramatma is recognized as our own self. Phala is so beautifully said, Sa Ashnute Sarvan Kaman Saha Brahmana Vipashita iti. Thereafter, no tasmad ba etasmad atmanaha exhaustively we saw. From that Parama Atma only, the Srishti's Mula Karana Bhuta Panchamahabhutas have come out in this concept, in sequence, each one grossified with extra quality of its own. गुण कहते हैं उसको. So remember all this. From the Atman, the Akasha came. Akasha guna is Shabda. Then from that Vayu came, its gunas are Shabda as well as Sparsha. Then the Agni came with its own guna of Rupa along with Shabda Sparsha earlier. Then the Jala came with its guna of Rasa but along with Shabda Sparsha Rupa of the earlier three beautiful these koshas. And the last one, Bhutas. Prithvi has come with its own Gandha guna along with Shabda Sparsha Rupa Rasa Gandha of the earlier elements. Up to this is one important package we have to always do Mananam Chintanam so that in and through all as a Karana, the Atma Vastu is there. Atman alone is expressed as this. This thought should become stronger. It's all in the mind only. Whether we understand the self, whether we reach the self, whether we take the world as real, all are in the mind's education only. Mind should be educated with the authority of Shastra, with the logic given in the Shastras, with the help of the Yukti or logic, with the examples of Man also given by the Shastra. That alone will be able to understand these things. Then after this Prithvi, the thing is Prithivya Oshadaya came. Just imagine the entire Prithvi Mata, how continuously, constantly from it the Oshadis are coming. And Prithvi is made intact because of the water in it. Prithvi is given as a form because of the Rupa Tanmatra Yukta Agni in it. And in the Prithvi, the Sparsha Guna is there because of the Vayu. And in the Prithvi, there is a sound because of the Akasha Tattva. So, from this Prithvi, Oshadayaha came. Just become aware right now only. The entire Oshadis of big trees se lekar, small plants and shrubs and whatever they may be, Oshadis have come. Among those Oshadis, so much is the Annam for the Devatas, so much is the Annam for the Pashu Bakshi, and also there is a Annam for you and I. Oshadhibhya Annam. Saptanna Brahmana, it will be told in our Brahadaranyakam or Chandogya. How in the creation, Bhagavan before, he has sent the Jiva, he has made the Anna available. So, Prithivya Oshadhayaha, Oshadhibhyaha Annam. Imagine that. From the Oshadis, the Annam is coming. You know, that Karshaka, Krishi he has done, and then the Oshadis came. Toward the end of the Oshadis, the time of Katauti, you can see Katai. That grains, everything is coming. Oshadibhya Annam. Then imagine that Annam, the rice, the farmer or the mediator, where they may be, they have pounded it, they made it to the rice, they packed it, they sent to storerooms. Then from there we bought, we gave it to home. Then whoever are there at home, wife, jo bhi hai, then the khana is made even by the servants, whoever. See, Oshadibhya Annam, when this sentence is said, in this way we have to contemplate. Then from the Annat Purushaha, from the Anna consumed, from that Anna Rasa, the Purusha is living, whoever is living now. And from that Purusha only, the next Purusha, through the medium of the Reto Bija, is manifesting. And that Anna which is making my limbs or anybody's limbs, the essence of the limbs of each of that Deha alone is again becoming the Retasa, and from the same bodied or specimen wala, the next Purusha is born. This thing we have seen yesterday. Then a question was asked, very important it was, when everyone are from the Annarasa, all the animals, plants, birds, insects, human, all are Anna product only, Annarasa. And all are Brahma Vamshya. And this Anna in Parampara comes from that Brahman only. Then why Anna Purushaha specially said here? Why not Annad buffalo or Annad other elephant, Annad crocodile? Why? And that question asked by Purvapakshi is so relevant that the answer of it is reminding us of some special qualities that are there in us, because of which and when we are using them, we can really recognize the Paramatma. Secondly, this Purusha has pradhanyata compared to other jivas. Pradhanyat, tat puna kim pradhanyam. In that pradhanya of you and I, you have to recognize all this. And all these pradhanyatas or the specialities or the abilities or the qualities that are there in us. With that only we are conducting outer life with the same faculties. Again, we have to do our spiritual understanding sadhanas also. So to tell us that inspirational thing, Shankara Bhagavan himself became Bhurabhakshi and asking us, everything is Brahma Vamsha, why Purusha is taken? Pradhanya, why Pradhanyam, what Pradhanyam is it? So that Pradhanyata aspect, we have seen yesterday, few things were used. What is that? Purusha, Karma Jnana Adhikara. Itself shows that through the karma, this world and the other worlds, better happinesses human being के रूप में हमें करना पड़ता है, पाना पड़ता है. So too, same you and a human being, because we are adhikriyate for jnanam, through jnanam, by knowing this established, by knowing the truth or reality, by establishing in it, permanently we have to rise above the bondage. मनुष्य को ही कर्म में ज्ञान में अधिकार है, not to other. So we will feel bad if we say, but let us say why when it helps us. That means what? The one human who has got karma and jnana adhikara, if he is not using it for his other success spiritually, he is not a human being only. Yes, in that case, instead of Purusha, any of the other animals example should have been taken. So I have to recognize that I have karma, jnana, adhikara. And knowingly or unknowingly, I am gaining the jnana of those things which bind me by creating desires in me. And I am doing those karmas which are again binding me with the karma phala. But if we are properly trained, then we will do only those karmas which help us in purifying our antakarana, and we will gain that tattva jnana, that atma jnana, that brahma jnana, gaining which apnoti param. See, all is so systematically connected. It only that we have to have time, we have to have patience, we have to have the alertness. We should remember what is in the earlier mantras, what is said here. In that comprehensive manner, when we think of any of the Shastras, so many beautiful guidances in this way come. So, what is the Visheshana of the human being? Visheshatva Karma Jnana Adhikara. Now, the a detailed explanation of that also is कि पुरुषः एव हि शक्तत्वात् अर्थित्वात् अपर्युदस्तत्वात् च कर्मज्ञानयोः अधिक्रियते. Purusha only is said to be having adhikara in karma jnana because of the three reasons. One is what? Shaktatvat. He is capable. Second is arthatvat. He can value it and desire. Third one is aparyudastatvat cha. Karma jnanayoho. Nobody stops him in doing the karma and jnana. Okay. Therefore, karma jnana adhikriyate. So, by saying this, Bhagavan Adi Shankara is conveying a very sublime thought. What is that sublime thought? Ki the Lord has given Shakti to all of us. With that Shakti, you can desire the spirituality or the worldliness. Having desired through the jnana gained, through the karma done, what we desire, we can obtain. Nobody in the world can stop. That most important thing he is very subtly revealing here. That's what last 10 days onwards, almost every second day or in any of the class, we are talking that we have to now realize that the realization or liberation is in our hands, that we have to do the sadhana. The realization finally is not the karma phala. It is the experience of the already existing self. That is theory. But practically, though, whatever that which is covering it, binding us, not allowing us to experience it, to remove those layers of ignorances, delusions, वह तो साधना तो करना ही पड़ेगा. दो साधना करना ही पड़ेगा. हमें ही करना पड़ेगा, हम कर सकते हैं, हमें करके दिखाना है अपने लिए. That is the meaning of he has got the Shaktatvat capability. Then second one Arthitvat, he can desire for. So instead of asking desiring moksha, we are only desiring bandhanan through desiring the Arthakama only. So ये वाला भी knowledge हमको यहाँ use करना पड़ेगा कि I have the capacity, I have the ability to desire. Then why can't I desire Paramatma? Why I am desiring the world? This we should not ask others. As long as we ask others, the answer will never come to us because we don't listen to others. Even it is Bhagavan. Never whom to ask, we have to ask ourselves only. When I have the Kriya Shakti, that has to be utilized for karma. Then for that Kriya Shakti, I am given the Ichha Shakti also. When the Ichha Shakti is given, it is neutral. The Ichha Shakti is neutral. With that Shakti, what to Ichita or what to desire, the choice is there. We have to know this and we have to use that choice. Therefore, even today, if we are fully having desire of Arthakama only, because the million lives of non-guidance and misguidance, never mind, now you got guidance from Shruti Mata. That let us keep on developing the Ichha for Paramatma. If from this moment onwards, day in and day out, consciously if I create that Ichha for Bhagavan, after few months, years, we can see that भगवत प्राप्ति का ही साधना हमारे द्वारा हम खुद ही करते हैं. Because यद्यत कामयते तत्तत् कर्म कुरुते तत्तत् फलम प्राप्नोति तत्तत् फलम lokam प्राप्नोति. We have, we have already seen it in one of the Bhashya, maybe Vishnu Sahasranama or somewhere in that. One of the text we saw. See, yadyat kamayate tattat kurute, yattat kurute tattat prapnoti. Whatever we desire, that only we do. Whatever we do, that only we get. So we are desiring the Artha Kama today. Therefore, all our thoughts, our plannings, our knowledge, our action is only for that. And we are getting the Artha Kama. But they are not satisfying us. Non-satisfaction is bondage. They will never satisfy because they are parichinna, deshataha, kalataha, vastutaha. Is it not? Now, instead of that, if that Ichha Shakti of ours is shifted from the Arthakama to the Paramatma, until the Paramatma is gained, that Ichha Shakti is maintained and that is fulfilled through the Jnana Shakti and Kriya Shakti. To Kriya Shakti, all sadhanas done to eliminate all the obstructions. Through the Jnana Shakti, we are apprehending the truth as it is. With these two, that Ichhita Paramatma Anumati, if we get, it is complete. Why? Because it's not Deshakala Vastu Ityadi Parichinna. In this way, we have to think. For that purpose, this is mentioned here. So, Shaktatvatu, Arthitvatu, third one is what? Aparyudastatvatu. Aparyudasta means what? You want to get moksha through all the other sadhana, nobody dare can stop you in the world. So too, you want to get bound in the world by desiring for Arthakama, nobody will involve in your life. Therefore, through desiring Arthakama, getting bound in the world, through desiring the moksha, getting liberation, always it is in the hands of you and I. This point Shankara Bhagavan is bringing to our notice. And it is so important for him also that we who are studying his Bhashya and through that Upanishad may not think that तो शंकर भगवान कृपा करेंगे इन शास्त्र will कृपा करेगा और भगवान कृपा करेंगे और हमको भगवत मिल जाएंगे हमारे कुछ किए बिना. Is it not? Without my doing sadhana, by the grace, the revelation will come. This notion he wants to remove. That is why you can take the horse to the waters. You can't make the horse drink water by yourself. उसको खुद को पीना पड़ता है. In the same way, Guru, Shastra, all of them take us to the waters of Brahma Vidya. But you and I, the horse, we with our desire and effort have to drink that water of Brahma Vidya. This clarity we have to have. And another simple common sense is what? Who is giving us the desire of the world? Nobody is giving us. We only are having. Therefore, who will give us the desire for Paramatma? Nobody will give us. We only have to have. If this thought is not clear, we will be in the rajoguna of extrovertedness and tamoguna of non-thinking. That I am in the extroverted world seeking the worldly things. Why can't I think inner things? Why can't I see inner things? That thought will not come. इसको पकड़ना पड़ता है हमको. बहुत गंभीर है विषय कि if I am desiring the world, why I can't desire Paramatma? With the desire when I am working for the world, with the desire for Paramatma, can't I do sadhanas? And to fulfill worldly desire, everything I am doing, everything I am giving up, including Bhagavan. So to discover the Paramatma or Brahman, do you think we can't do? Do you think it's impossible for us to sacrifice? No. They have done, whoever have done, they reached it. Therefore, let me also. See, this quiet and calm internal talk, internal mortification, what internal inspiration is the one many a times required by us for us, which we may miss it. We may be missing it. Let us add that aspect. Shaktatvat, then the second one is what? Arthitvat, third one is aparyudastatvat cha karma jnanoho adhikriyate. That special thing given only to the jiva. That is why it is called as pradhanya. The other jivas like animals and all, whatever the prarabdha with which they have gone into that, they have to exhaust them. Then according to their next samskara, they will be sent to whatever. But as being in the animals, they cannot do anything extra. Positive to get the human life or divine life. Negative to become more worst or fallen. उनको वो अधिकार नहीं है. For the you and me, we have the karma jnana adhikara. From human, we can fall to the animal bird level also. From human, we can evolve to divine also. Shaktatvad, arthitvad, aparyudastatvad. Therefore, if I desire and if I want to achieve, no one can stop me. And to achieve that, whatever the Shakti is required is always very much in me. सो परमात्मा अनुभव पाने के लिए अल्टीमेटली ध्यान साधना से लेकर सबसे पहले साधना विवेक वैराग्य तक, ये ऑल साधनास टू डू द रिक्वायर्ड शक्ति इज विथ अस, देयरफॉर शक्तत्वात्. What you have to do is arthitvat, desire. Then aparudastatvat, move in such a way that nobody is able to stop you. Aparudastatvat means non-obstructed by, non-stopped by anyone. Aparudastatvat, कोई रोक ही नहीं सकता. So, nobody can stop us from our involvement. Bhagavan also, देखते रहेंगे वो. If you want to do sadhana, he'll help us. If you want to do samsara, he'll help us. If you want to do crimes, that also will help. But the other rules also will function कि जो किया है वो भरना है, जैसी करनी वैसी भरनी. That also continues. So, by introducing this question, कि why Manusya alone is taken, Purusha, why not other animals? By answering the pradhanya and by explaining why pradhanata for the human beings over other beings of the world, we are inspired first by making us recognize that we are human beings. We have these three powers of Shaktatvad, Arthitvad and Aparudastatvad in Karma Jnana. Therefore, let us have the Jnana Paramatma, do the karma of the sadhana to reach him. Not have the Jnana of the world, which is actually Jnana only, and do the karma for obtaining the world with the desire for that world. May the transformation in our personality come at this very moment. Then the beautiful things, I'm repeating it just because felt it is somewhat important, maybe not miss it. So, how this karma jnana adhikara in the human being is expressed? See, ki sahi, purushetu eva avistaram atma. Remember, in the Purusha only, Vistara Rup se the Atma Paramatma expresses. For achieving so many things outer also, and for achieving in the Atma Vastu also. In the other Jiva, though Atma Tattva is there, it will not express all as expandingly, as varied or variety way, as it expresses in you and I human beings. Paramatma ka. How Paramatma is expressing in us, because of which we are Pradhana, and that expression of Paramatma through this human equipment can be used for the worst of the purposes by wrongly acting, or best of the purposes the right things. See, these 5 things, yesterday we saw First one is what? Sahi prajnanena sampannatamaha. Up to prajnana we can gain. That capacity possibility is there in human being. As a prajnana, the Paramatma expresses in us. And then in us only, Vijnatam Vadati. You see, animals cannot communicate to each other. Vijnatam Vadati. See, that tiger is chasing a deer mano. The other deer, the one who is, it will not tell other fellows, it runs only. The other fellow will have to look at it. यार उसको चेज कर रहा है तो हमको भी करता होगा करके ये भाग जाएगा. बट इन ह्यूमन बीइंग ऐसा नहीं है ना. विज्ञातम वदति दैट ही कैन टेल यार उसे आग आ रहा है या ये प्रॉब्लम है, डेंजर है. द डॉक्टर विल डायग्नोज एंड टेल अस दिस इज द प्रॉब्लम इफ यू अलो इट. तो विज्ञातम वदति मीन्स he is able to communicate what he knows to others. Whether he has got a pain, he will tell. Whether he has got a problem, he will tell. Whether he has got an experience, he will share. Whether he has got a wisdom, he will share. These are all the expressions of Paramatma in us exclusively. In animals, ये किधर है ये सब? विज्ञातम वदति. In the same way, विज्ञातम पश्यति also. Vijnata Bhashyati, the one who is told all these things, realizes also what is said. Like when I tell the Vijnanam to others, that is capacity of Vijnanam Vadati. When others tell, I listen. It's called Vijnanam Bhashyati. Am I not understanding when others are telling me? Just like I am telling others, yaar udhar danger hai, jao. When others are telling, I am also understanding. This capacity to communicate Vijnana to others and get the Vijnana from others, it's not there in animals. You understand? That speciality. Vijnanam Pashyati, Vijnanam Vadati. Then Veda Shwastanam. See, it can think about the future. It can plan for the future. And the human being can execute the actions plan to make that good future. And all these are the possibilities happening in us because of the special expression of Paramatma. That is why the intelligent human being plans for the entire life. What's prarabdha, how long you live, okay, सब बातें भी ज्योतिष वगैरह पढ़ो तो पता चलते हैं. But not that much, but in simple words also, कि a youngster of 20, 22, he knows, okay, now the salary started coming, I'll save this money properly, will not spend unnecessarily, then I get into marriage and children, ये सब काम को आएगा. Then, according to my requirement, see, I should have a modest house. I should have some transport. I should have some bank balance. So, for that extra work I have to do, expenses I have to reduce. This is all called as Shwastanam Vadati, Shwastanam Veda. Shwastanam Veda, how beautiful it is. And also, today's food gives me tomorrow's energy. Today's exercise keeps me tomorrow body fit. Today's punya will give us tomorrow's sukha. Today's dharma will give me tomorrow's promotion. Today's proper work in the office will give me tomorrow that gradation or salary increments. This is called Shwastanam Veda. And also, daily we are studying Shastras. Slowly that Jnanam will equip us with required Vairagya, required Mokshata. So, are we not having all that? So, these all are special gifts of Paramatma, or Paramatma expresses in these forms. Because of that, Purusha is Pradhanya. And we have to know that. When it is said Vijnatam Veda, Vijnatam Vadati, means when the Guru is telling, you tell what you know to others, your children and all. Vijnatam Pashyati means when the Guru's elders are teaching, please see that. Shwastanam Veda means please plan for your future sadhana. Though you have to live in the present, but present should also do three things. Rectify the past, enjoy the present, create the glorious future. ये तीनों हमको प्रेजेंट में करना होता है. So that's what Shwastanam Veda. We have to be very conscious. That's what, no? At least our next life should be much better than this for our sadhanas and all. For that, in this life, go on doing punya, go on doing Shravana Mananam. आप सब हम ये जो कर रहे हैं ना, ये सब हमको श्वस्तनम के लिए काम को आएगा. Shwastanam Veda. Then the next one is what? Lokaloka Veda. Lokaloka, that's what I said. Through the study of scriptures or being told by others, we talk about the loka alokas. Loka aloka means different lokas and experiences. Is it not when we studied Bhagavatam, we were told about the Patala lokas, we were told about the Urdhva lokas, like in a Bhur, Bhuva, Swar, Mahar, Jana, Tapa, Satya lok, Niche, Atala, Vitala, Sutala, Sadala, Talatala, Madala, Patala. And then Antariksha lokas, we were told up above, Avyaksha, Kinnara, Kimpurusha, Siddha, Charanadi, and below also the Antaragata lokas, and mainly the 24 or 28 types of narakas were told to us. This is called as loka loka. And these punyas take us to these higher worlds. And the Swarga maybe. And these sadhanas take us to these Maharjana Loka. So too, when we do the different type of punyadi karma, Pitru Devata Archana and all, then the below worlds also, some of them are beautiful. They also we are sent like Rasatala, Varuna Loka. They're all Sukha Bhoga only. You can go. And we are so clearly told when we do lot of the Papa, see these are the Naraka Lokas. So the human being can understand about the entry into different lokas depending on his karma, and accordingly he can change his present karma to change his future destiny. That point Bhagavan Adi Shankara is hinting by answering the question in this manner. The question is, why Purusha Eva when everybody is Brahma Vamsha? Answer is Pradhanyat. And then what is Pradhana? Karma Jnana Adhikaraha. How Karma Jnana Adhikara? Shaktatvad, Arthitvad, Apariyudastatvad, Karma Jnana Adhikara. And that in that Manusha only, Paramatma expresses maximum. Therefore, whatever he knows, he tells other, whatever other tells, he knows it. See how wonderful are these thoughts. शंकर भगवान का एक कृपा है telling us this way to approach the truth with all our efforts and with all our planning. So then Shvastanam Veda, Loka Loka Veda, the most beautiful of human is what? Martyena Amrutam Ikshati iti evam sampannaha. This is called as Sampannata. This is how Paramatma expresses more in the human than others. Martyena Amrutat Ikshati iti evam means what? By living in this human body only, he can even pursue the Amrita Paramatma Tattva. अब इतना दिया हमने, आपको डाउट नहीं होना चाहिए why प्रधानता of the Purusha. Therefore, Shruti Mata said, so though in general every jiva is, or every deha of the every specimen, every species is a product of the Anna only, and it is all Brahma Vamsha only. Brahmavamshmiyamsa, all animal plant. But Pradhanata is in Purusha. Why? Because of all these reasons. And what is the lesson learned from that? Therefore, as a human being, what the extra facilities given to us, for what ultimate purpose, recognizing, realizing them, if we work for it, we are helping ourselves. If not, we are only commanding. That life where the spiritual Purushartha is not there, called as animal. So it's very delicate thought it is. Very sensible, very sensitive, very delicate thought. Ki, having born as human, the purpose of human is to evolve spiritually. If that is not done, automatically, inherently, we are commanding to get that body in which these things are not possible because we are not using it. Equally, automatically, when this human deha or life is used for spiritual evolution, whether we have realized it or not in one life, but in the next life, again we command this because we have used it for the purpose. This very delicate thought we have to catch. नहीं यूज किया फिर तो वहां जब भेजे जाएंगे, अब यूज किया तो वी आर गिवन द बेटर थिंग्स. So that's how Martena Amrutatvam Ikshati iti evam sampannaha. Now you told about human being, human body, human life, so many possibilities. And maybe in the Pashus also all this must be there, sir. No. Ki ata itaresham Pashunam. In all the Pashus, so Asanaya Pipase eva Avivijnanam. Their knowledge, awareness, effort, etc. only are to fulfill Ashana and Vipasa. Now, by saying this very subtly, Shankara Bhagavan is not doing it that, but we can understand that he wants to convey a point. What is that? Only Ashana and Pipasa are given to animals. Therefore, the Ashana, Angar, Pipasa, thus. Only in fulfilling these two, we live life. We are like Pashu. He is not directly taunting or Revovaha. He is not that way sarcastic. But that mentioning should be enough for us to understand like that. But when the gurus are in the highest level of teaching, they don't come to the lower level of telling us these small little things. We have to understand from it. They only mention कि Manusya is such yoni in which Paramatma expresses more vividly. Meaning of that is this. And with that expression of Paramatma in this form, using those abilities, Manusya can reach to Paramatma. Such things are not there in animal. Animal has only asana vipasa, jnanam or vijnanam. We have to feel like that. Means what? If I am doing only asana vipasa, not the vidya abhyasa, I am animal in the human body. Then consciously, because arthitvat, I can desire and I can work and I can achieve. So I have to desire. Feel that I have to desire my spiritual goal. Feel that I have to desire my spiritual sadhana. Feel that for that I have to gather resources. I have to do it. ऐसा जब तक हमारा सात्विक अहंकार को इन्वोक करके साधना के लिए उसको यूज नहीं करते हैं, देन तामसिक राजसिक अहंकार हमको संसार में ले जाएगा, निद्रा में ले जाएगा. Then we blame the God and gurus ki nobody helped me, therefore I have not evolved spiritually. No blessings are coming to me. ऐसा नहीं होता. It is your life. You have given all the opportunity as a human, better than the animals. It is your job to recognize that given faculty, make best use of them. So this is the crux. That's why I felt कि कल तो हम भाष्य पढ़े थे, उसको explain किए. But what must be the consequence? We have to understand why, especially that prashna is brought, answer is given. When I was thinking, so let us convey it in this way. Same bhasha we studied, but the inclination or the intention of the Shruti Mata and Bhashyakara in mentioning all that is to remind us that we are specially faculties given human beings by the Lord. All these faculties let us use for our spiritual evolution. So the Karmadhikara, Jnanadhikara, Shaktatva, Arthitva, then the next Aparyudastatva. Then Paramatma is expressing through us that word Vijnatam Vadati, Vijnatam Pashyati, Shvastanam Veda, Loka Loka Veda, Martena Amritam Praptam Ichchati, Karoti. So these are the words we should tell us, awaken us. We are sleeping to all these things inside. Therefore, we are sleeping to spirituality in us. When we are awakened to that, we will awaken to our own sadhana, taking charge by ourselves. Animals can't take charge of them more than food and all that drinks. We can take charge of our life for destructive mode also, for the constructive, creative, bettering mode also, and also in the mode of even moksha or liberation through Swarupanubhuti. So let us use it that way. Okay. Now, having said this much now, so Annat Purushaha is over. Very good topics, each one of them. Now, Sava Eva Purusho Nara Samayaha, that is what we commented now. Why Purusha? Now, Tasyedameva Shiraha, Ayam Dakshina Pakshaha, Ayam Uttara Pakshaha. From here onwards, Pancha Koshas are being explained to us. Now, what is this Upanishad? Taittiriya Upanishad. And what is Taittiriya? Belonging to Tittiri. And what is Tittiri? It is a bird. Therefore, the Upanishad Rishi is describing each of the koshas like a pakshi only, because Taittiriya birds. पक्षी के रूप में आकर उन्होंने वो ग्रहण किया ना. So therefore, and what the pakshi has got, generally the 5 things: shiraha, head, then 2 pakshas, uttara paksha and dakshina paksha, dakshina and uttara. Then the central portion is there of the pakshi. Then there is a pucham, the tail. कभी देखा कि नहीं पंछी को? So this jiva also in his 5 layers. Every layer is like the pakshi only. These with these 5 aspects. Now, what is the exercise done? Let us know it in advance. Ki, from where we are, called as Annamaya Kosha, to take us up to Anandamaya and go beyond. The Pakshi example is taken, and in each of the kosha, what are all these 5 things are told, and while telling this only, our attention is brought from the grosser to the subtler to the subtler to the subtler by mentioning to us through all the logic and all that the subtler one is the atma of the grosser. Therefore, that grosser is never there without the subtler one. That is second thing, second subtler one is again shown with another thing having as its Atma. Therefore, that is more subtler than this. In this way, listening to this knowledge, we ourselves have to, in our own state of contemplation, from our own stula deha drushti, we have to slowly become inside, inside, inside. Sharira remains so, but our importance and value and reality, we will give it to the cause of this Annamaya. That is Prana. Uska cause Mano, Uska Vignan, Uska Anand, Uska Paramatma. In this way, the Shruti Mata is so kind enough not to leave us. तो हमने तो बता दिया तुमको ब्रह्म विदा आपनो द्वारम योवेद नीतम गुहायाम भी बोल दिया सोष्णुते कहा दी तो now you do work. That way the Shruti Mata is not kind. She is so kind. That the Rishi Parampara, they want to not only guide us till the moksha comes, but also do it systematically, dedicatedly, especially from where we are at this present moment, and without harming us anyway. हाँ, तुम देह नहीं हो तुम आत्मा हो तो देह को त्याग करो इन दिस लैंग्वेज एज द अदर प्लेसेस वी सी इट्स नॉट सेड लाइक दैट इट्स जस्ट एनालाइजिंग द आत्मा बेटा तो अशरीर है ना हाँ शरीर में क्या क्या है बताओ ये है वो है पका है समझ यो नो देखो दिस शरीर हैज समथिंग एल्स अदर देन इट हैज एन आत्मा देखो दिख रहा है कि नहीं. So when this way clearly explained to anyone in the world, any topic, logically, example wise, everybody will understand. If somebody doesn't understand, is Mahamurak, usko chhod do. Like your children, when you tell them about the study, career, life, एक बार, दो बार, 5 बार, 10 बार, प्यार से बिठा के, if not 100%, at least 10, 20, 30% तो बदलेगा ना वो. So to the criminals in the jail, when they are called and counseled, 100% नहीं छोड़ा, कम से कम 20-30 तो छोड़ेंगे. Is it not? In the same way, so delicately, the operation of taking us beyond one kosha, here Shruti Mata is doing it. And if we are abiding by her guidance and Guru's guidance, we can also slowly do it. And right from beginning this Upanishad, so many upasana sadhanas are told, whichever we are doing, we are getting benefit. Whichever we are not doing, we are not. At least this one, when we are listening, Panchakosha Viveka, let us get benefit by doing the sadhana. That at the end of the Panchakosha Viveka, we should very clearly be understanding as well as practicing how to detach our attachment from grosser to the subtlest. How to shift our identity from the gross to the subtler, we should be able to learn in that. Travel in the car, but you are not the car. Is it not? So be in the Deha, but you are not the Deha. Be using the Prana Mano Vijnana, but they are only given to you for using. Neither they are you nor they are permanently yours. You are somebody behind. As a sadhaka, you are a user of all those. As a Siddha Purusha, you are only Sakshi of those. Even little higher level, you are the Chaitanya Brahma, Pratyagatma. In that these Panchakoshas at the Samashti or Veshti both level, they are not at all there. So keep that as the goal to be achieved in understanding and through contemplation, meditation in the experience. Finally, it is abhyasa and vairagyabhyam tad anubhavaha. Unless I do the abhyasa that I am not deha, I am pranamaya and pranamaya, and for that, if I don't do the vairagya of the deha sambandhi, all the activities, aham pranamaya koshosmi, to that experience we can't come. then only third, then only fourth, then only fifth. Is it not? When you get a promotion, then you slowly are called by others and by yourself, and in a month's time, that promoted officer rank I accept as me, अभ्यास के द्वारा. Everywhere, married, then she is my wife, that अभ्यास से होता है. He or she also thinks the husband. In the same way, I am Annamaya is the only abhyasa we are doing from so many lives, only by catering to Asana Pipasa. Is it not? Slowly, when we shift our attention, कहना पड़ता है हमको इंटरमीडिएट स्टेजेस, है ना. मैं मनोमय आत्मा हूँ, प्राणमय आत्मा हूँ, नॉट अन्नमय. अन्न से प्राण में आना ही पड़ेगा, प्राण से मन से विज्ञान में, विज्ञान से आनंदमय के अंदर घुसना नहीं, उसको डाइवर्ट करते हुए, उससे बाईपास करते हुए, वी हैव टू रीच टू द आत्मवस्तु. ओके, नाउ व्हाट वी सेड सो फार, he said here by Adi Shankara Bhagwan so beautifully as an Anubandha Sambandha Bhashya for this mantra, which is starting from Tasyedame Vashiraha Ayam Dakshina Pakshaha. उसमें ज़्यादा डिटेल्स नहीं है, इट्स ओनली डायरेक्ट एन्यूमरेशन ऑफ द थिंग्स. बट द इम्पोर्टेंट एस्पेक्ट इज दिस वन, that the kindness of Shruti Mata and the Gurus, that they're not telling you reject everything and straight away enter into Paramatma. They are kind. Like a kind doctor. Never says, smoking कर रहा है, सारा छोड़, नहीं तो अभी मरेगा, या don't come to me again. Then that's a ruthless, cruel doctor. Cannot be. You should have that compassion. ठीक है, how much you are smoking? 1 pack every day. कितने होते हैं उसमें? 12-10. तो make it 8 now for 1 week, 7. Slowly, slowly you should help. So Shruti Mata is not arrogant that I have my knowledge, I give you whether you follow it or not. She is a mother. She says, my knowledge is to give you liberation and I will give you it in such a sweet manner. Like the mother masticates the food and adds some sugar and makes it eatable for the child. How nice, no? Shruti Mata also is making us the sadhana eatable or doable in that way. Then Bhashyakara's Bhashya is so touching here. See, he says what? Ki sahahi purushaha. That Purusha who is in the Annamaya Kosha, you and I, iha means having got the human life while he is alive as a human being, Vidyaya, through the Vidya, through the knowledge, naturally. Brahma Vidya, Atma Vidya, Upanishad Vidya, Antaratamam Brahma, the innermost Brahma self, Sankramayitum Ishtaha. That Shruti Mata is interested in. Ishtaha, she loves through the Vidya to push this Purusha from the Annamaya into the Brahma. Therefore, the words which will be used in these two vallis, called as Sankramanam, 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 that is mentioned in the beginning only by Bhashyakara. Sankramanam, like we have had 10 days back, exactly, Sankranti. Samyak Kramanam. Kramanam is moving. Bhagavan Surya was going towards the southern hemisphere so long, now took that direction towards the northern hemisphere. From Dakshina Ayanam, he has come into Uttara Ayanam. That is Sankramana. He is entered into this hemisphere or path. In the same way, here Sankramana means shifting our identity. Like इस घर से आप उस घर में शिफ्ट करते हो, देन इस गृहस्थ से वो ग्रह का गृहस्थ हो गया, इस जॉब से उस जॉब में. In the same way, from this identity to that identity. So the Panchakosha identity से Brahma identity में हमें ले जाना श्रुति के लिए इष्ट है. So this becomes why the Panchakosha Viveka is given the answer. Because why Shruti Mata gave Panchakosha Viveka? Because it has an ishta. What is the ishta? Brahma Sankramayitum. Okay, Brahma Sankramayitum ishtaha. It wants Jiva or the sadhaka, the student of the Shruti, not to suffer the limitations of koshas as a Jiva. He wants to, the Shruti Mata wants to take this Jiva into Brahmanubhuti. Now, वो वाला process कैसे start करें? Here he says, what is that? Tasya cha, to that jiva, bahya akara vishesheshu, the outer akara visheshas, anatmasu, which are actually not the self. Which are they? Anna prana mano vijnana ananda. Toward them, atma bhavita buddhi. he has got Atma Bhavita Buddhi. Very strong bhavana of these Panchakoshas as me, this Jiva has got. Okay, now interesting. Ki analambya vishesham kanchit. Without slowly, delicately, by giving a support to him, without giving so, sahasa, suddenly, antaratama pratyagatma vishaya, the innermost real self, niralamba, which has no support at all, cha kartuma ashakya. ये बुद्धि को मतलब our convictions are today that I am Panchakosha. Suddenly the one who is strongly established in the I am Panchakosha Tadatmya, that Niralamba Atma Vastu may, Niralamba means Atma Vastu cannot be described by any ways and enemies. Into that Atma Vastu, this Buddhi's conviction cannot be shifted to. Okay, so Atma Bhavita Buddhi, that buddhi की बात हो रही है, but this conviction, analambya vishesham kanchit, without slowly supporting him some with vishesha, sahasa, instantaneously, suddenly, antaratama, innermost, pratyagatma, real self, vishaya, niralambana, there is no alambana also to the pratyagatma for the buddhi, cha kartum ashakya. मतलब पांच कोशों को छोड़कर परमात्मा में जंप करो, सडनली बोलने से वो नहीं होता, हो निरालंब है वो आत्मवस्तु. इसलिए इति दृष्ट शरीर आत्म सामान्य कल्पनया. दृष्टा मीन्स एवरीबडी नोस शरीर द बॉडी एज आत्मा एंड इट इज ए सामान्य कल्पना. फॉर एवरीवन देयर इज ए सामान्य कल्पना दैट अहम देहोस्मि. किसी को कोई डाउट ही नहीं. दिस देह ओनली आई एम. नो बडी से दैट दे आर दिस देह आई एम. यही मेरा हूं, सबको ये पता है. देन दष्ट शरीर आत्म सामान्य कल्पया. फर्स्ट बाय एक्सप्लेनिंग द शरीर and explaining Sharira only as an Atma in the beginning, because which is a familiar experience to us. Slowly, the Shruti Mata wants to shift us to the higher and higher places. How is it like that? Shaka Chandra Nidarsanavatu. The example is, first our attention is brought to the Shaka. The goal is not to show you the Shaka, but the goal is to show the moon, the second day Vidya moon, who is so far away. बट पहले देख इस पेड़ को कहते हैं, बिकॉज सीधा देखो चंद्रमा दिखेगा नहीं. सो इन द डे टाइम इट इज इन द सनलाइट में वो इतना छुप ही जाते हैं, दिखते ही नहीं. सो फर्स्ट दृष्टि शाखा पे लेके, एंड शाखा इज फेमिलियर. पेड़ दिख रहे हैं ना, हम राय दिख रहे हैं, हाँ जाके लटको नहीं, उसके बीच में जो है वो देखो. इन द सेम वे हियर वी आर टोल्ड अबाउट अन्नमय कोश. व्हाट इट मीन्स देयरफॉर इज वी हैव टू बिकम Annamaya Kosha aware very clearly, thoroughly. It also helps in another aspect, when I am so consciously knowing the Deha, then the idea when the Guru or Shastra tells us that the knower and known are not the same, the known cannot become the knower, that principle when you apply aham na dehosmi to accept this thought, it becomes easier. Like when I see a buffalo very clearly with full awareness, I have the knowledge of the buffalo. Then buffalo is the known thing. And who am I? I am not a buffalo, though others call. I am the knower of it. Buffalo can never become me. I can never become buffalo. Is it not? तो जो ज्ञेय वस्तु ज्ञाता नहीं बनता. This principle will help us in accepting, after becoming aware of the Deha fully, that you are the knower of Deha. How can the knower be the known? Because the Taptaya Pindavatu, as we said yesterday in our evening class also, like the iron ball and the fire mixed up so much. In the same way, Atmavastu, Pancha Koshas are mixed up so much that it is becoming so difficult not only for the guru but for the disciple. एक गुरु आप जो कह रहे हो आ तो रहा है समझ में, लेकिन हो नहीं पा रहा मेरे को. Then this knowledge will help us. When I become aware of the Deha fully, because I am the knower of Deha, therefore I am not it. After that we do so many sadhanas really to come to an experience that I am the Deha Sakshi. देह साक्षी बहुत बहुत important है वो. This is important hai, and like for our Taittiriya Upanishad study, the first Anuvaka Brahmananda Valli took so many weeks. From the second Anuvaka is only a cakewalk. In the same way, getting out of the Annamaya Kosha Tadatma is so tough. Once that is done, the habit ho gaya, the inner Kosha's traverse also becomes easy, cakewalk. But पहला वाला मुश्किल. क्योंकि from so many lives in all the yonis of animals and all, whichever we have gone through, we lived only as dehoham, dehoham, dehosmi, dehosmi and all. That way also it will help. Therefore, Shruti Mata is telling this Annamaya only as Atma. And we all are at home. Thank God, आपने मेरा शरीर को खींच नहीं लिया, आत्मा ही है. So that's how कि तस्य इदमेव शिरः अयं दक्षिण पक्ष इत्यादि will be told tomorrow. So little bit we will again explain it, the kindness of Shruti Mata. Then through these next mantras, how we are given the exercise of becoming aware about the body and its parts, comparing it with the Pakshi. So that when you see a bird with five parts, the head portion, the two wings, the middle portion, and the tail. So too is this deha. You look at it. And it's a great joy. Arey, I'm the knower of the deha. I'm not the deha. Then who am I? Then the inquiry. मुश्किल होता है छोड़ना, like any attachment, when you want to leave it, it's so tough. दुख होता है. But you practice for some days, you understand it as I can live without that. So to देह तादात्म्य को छुड़वाएगा ये वाला practice. करने के बाद we know it. I can conduct through the body, but I need not be identified with. At that time, having come as a human, the purpose of life is to realize the self. All those things become more meaningful at that time. अब तो उसको हम ब्रश सेट करते हैं, छोड़ो ये सब कुछ, हम तो खाने के लिए आए. We are here to खाओ पियो and enjoy, sleep. That type of strong thing will be there. Therefore, any gurus come and tell, इनके पल्ला नहीं पड़ेगा. But with this exercise and detached from the Annamaya is achieved, that time, yeah, it is right. I, the Jiva, given this chance to be in the Annamaya Kosha, to go to the Guru, surrender, serve him, and with his grace gain the knowledge, be one with the self. वो सब तब हमको स्वीकृत हो जाते हैं, acceptable. So let us chant this mantra and see the meaning tomorrow. तस्येदमेव शिरः अयं दक्षिण पक्षः अयमुत्तर पक्षः अयमात्मा idam pucham pratishtha tadapyesha shloko bhavati. With this mantra's explanation, Prathama Anuvaka will conclude. Dvitiya will start. We will see it tomorrow. Sarvam Bhagavat Charanara Indarvanamastu. Om 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 Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Paramanashibhyo Namaha Parabrahmane Namaha Shrutimatre Namam Tatsat Brahmarpanamastu. Thank you for your patient listening. Om Shri. Have patience to listen our other text also.